You have heard so much about him, but in a few minutes you're going to hear from him.
Hi, how you doing?
No one can do it better.
Talk to me, say something.
I'll move on them.
Rap drum a little bit right here.
Talk to me, say something.
Yes, you have tuned in to a channel where you can just vent, be yourself, and speak your mind so freely and expeditiously. It's a right way and a wrong way to say and do everything. And it's not what you say, it's how it's said. So please be mindful and respectable, as you like the same done unto you. Yes, it's going to be a stone groove. Y'all didn't pay no money, so there's no need for y'all acting funny. And don't you dare be sour. Now it's time to just chill, kick back, tune in, and enjoy the Carlos Stargell Show with that bona fide G, certified true, ATLian born, and official North Carolinian, Carlos Stargell.
The last.
Cause when they made him, they broke the mold. Now it's time for the Carlos Stargell Show.
Thank God it's
Hey, what's up? What's happening? How y'all be? Tell me something good, ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, boys and girls. Welcome to the Carlos Stargell Show, a channel where you can just vent, be yourself, and speak your mind so freely and expeditiously all at the same time. It's a right way and a wrong way to say and do any and everything. And it's not what you say, it's how it's said. So please be mindful and respectable, as you like the same done unto you. So now it's time to just sit back and relax and enjoy. It's going to be a stone groove. Y'all didn't pay no money, so there's no need for y'all acting funny. And don't you dare be sour. So I hope you enjoy the Carlos Stargell Show with the bona fide G, certified true, Atlanta born, and official resident of North Carolina, Carlos Stargell.
The last.
Cause when they made me, they broke the mold. So now I hope you enjoy the Carlos Stargell Show.
thank God it's
Run a power move on them.
No one can do it better.
talk to me, say something.
Hey, what's up? What's happening? How y'all be? Tell me something good, ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, boys and girls. How y'all doing today? I'm all right if y'all are all right. Hold on, I'm about to tell y'all the temperature right now, even as we speak. Hold on now. It is now, it's 72 degrees here in Burlington, North Carolina, but guess what? We got some rain overnight last night, because when I got up this morning and looked out, the ground was pretty dang on wet.
Rap drum a little bit right here.
Yeah, so we slept through it last night. We don't know if it, we knew it rained, but we didn't know if it, I didn't know if it whether it was a thunderstorm or not. I just slept through it and woke up earlier than normal.
Talk to me, say something.
Okay, y'all. But anyway, just want to say, give my birthday shout outs and love to everybody whose birthday today, May the 24th.
Happy birthday, y'all.
And like to give us a special shout out to one of the greatest singers and greatest female singers in the world, Patti LaBelle. And I like to give a shout out. He might not be a celebrity, but we've been friends since high school.
Talk to me, say something.
Want to give a special shout out, birthday shout out to my friend Bernard Kemp. And that's what I'm going to talk about today on the pod. I mean, it's nothing. I mean, before we get started, let you know, it's nothing bad. It's all good.
Rap drum a little bit right here.
Okay, y'all. But anyway, getting back to what I was saying, ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, boys and girls. Now, I remember the first time I met Bernard at Clarkston. It was like 1982. just got promoted to the 9th grade. And then I looked down, he was like, back in the 9th grade, he was like a big old giant over me. Yeah, I was scared of that joker, I ain't gonna lie to you. But for some apparent reason, he was a gentle giant, as I say now. Because it's funny too, because the ones who tried me were the same ones having my back too, and we became real cool. And especially Bernard. But me and Bernard but I'm gonna tell you something, me and Bernard was cool when I first came there, my 9th grade year. But we really got close our 10th grade year.
Yeah, run a power move on him.
I mean, and the first conversation we actually had was about music. But he already knew when we was in 9th grade. I remember one time this teacher, he brought the Grover Washington Jr. Limelight album. He brought it to school with him. And he asked me, he said, Stargell, with the rose and the wine glass and the bottle of wine on the album cover, he said, what kind of album do you think that is? Why did he ask me that? I don't know, but I was glad that I can answer it. I told him it's gonna be a nice, smooth, mellow album.
Talk to me, say something.
And he said, you know what? You are exactly right. And I heard Bernard in the background say, damn, he good. And I still laugh about that till this day. But on the real, for real, on the serious tip, when me and Bernard had our first conversation about music, he told me, he knew I was good with music, but he said, but he did not know I was deep into it like I was. I told him music always have been my first love, probably before I came out the womb. But at the same time,
talk to me, say something.
I mean, come on, me and Bernard, we had some cool memories. Cause like I said, it was a lot of music, we liked it. But I'm gonna say this too, he didn't know I was heavy into new wave like that either. But shoot, just remember, before coming to Clarkston, a lot of people didn't know I was feeling groups like the Talking Heads, the Clash, with Devo, all those new wave acts from the earlier before 1982. But I really started getting into it at Clarkston, slowly but surely, because back then, for me, it was more about funk. Before 1982, it was about funk until they brainwashed me and told me that funk was dead. But as I got older, funk didn't never die. And thanks to people like Boots and Collins, they
Kept that funk alive.
yes, they did. But anyway, funk, just to be saying, whoever told y'all funk was dead, funk will never die. No. It sure won't. But anyway, getting back to Bernard. And I remember we used to hang out real strong when we was in high school. We didn't do nothing to get in trouble nor arrested for. But we had some crazy ass times together. But they were fun too now. But I remember the first time I went on a trip. We went on this family trip where we went to Rock City in Ruby Falls, Tennessee. And I remember when we got to Rock City, one of his cousins, I ain't gonna say no name, I remember we got on the incline and the lady was like,
Welcome to the world's safest incline.
and his cousin was like, bullshit. The window about to fall out this raggedy mom. And you know me and Bernard, we were cracking the F up. I mean, I mean, we laughed like we ain't never laughed that hard before, but we had some. But that was a crazy moment right there. And then when we went to Ruby Falls, now before all that, we had fun. I remember. I mean, it was a trip. But when we went to Ruby Falls, I remember his cousin, like I said, who shall be renamed nameless. I remember he asked that lady at Ruby Falls. He said, "There's snakes in that rock." She was like, "Yes, sir." He was like, "How you know?" And she said, "There's no." He said, "You're not gonna tell me there ain't no snakes in that rock." Me and Bernard couldn't do nothing but laugh. But like I said, that's when the fun really started beginning. Cause to be honest with you, a lot of people didn't know it. But that's how I met my oldest child, mama, through Bernard, God bless her soul. But anyway, that's how I met her. Cause to be honest with you, the first time I met her, I wasn't trying to give her the time of day. I mean, it wasn't that I didn't want to. I had my mind focused on other things. I had other priorities and goals to try to accomplish back then. Mainly graduating high school and joining the Navy, which that fell through. But I don't regret it now. But now that I look back at it, I'm glad I didn't go. I probably would have went stir crazy because I heard a lot of stories about the military, and and some people came out all right. Some people, if they didn't get blown up or got shot, either they lost a leg or lost a limb or a plate in their head. And then put like this, they were hurt bad enough to where they can receive a check.
Talk to me, say something.
But on the real for real though, I mean, like I tell people, it is nothing funny about getting hurt in the military. But anyway, like I say, back to Bernard. And then our 11th grade, and then our 12th grade year, even though we didn't go to the same school, but we graduated the same year. And like I said, for us not to went to the same school, we showed this, stayed in touch, and kept in touch with each other. Yes, we did. Hey, that was friends supposed to do. But I'm gonna tell you what's funny about that too. After graduation, Bernard went to Montreat Anderson, North Carolina, Montreat Anderson College in Montreat, North Carolina, close to the Asheville area. But he wrote me like every other day, and that was pretty cool. I wrote him back. Whenever he came to Georgia, he made sure he got in touch with me, visiting and all that. But I remember after for the summer when Bernard came back, we both ended up getting a job together on Ponce de Leon. When we first started, it was called the Cerebral Palsy Center. Then it went from the Cerebral Palsy Center to Reach Incorporated. Now it's the Fraser Center. But get back to when we first started, believe it or not, we were actually the youngest two at that time when we first started there. we were still young. I mean, he just turned 20. I wasn't even 20 yet. So that was back in 1987. But like I say, we had more fun working together. I'm serious, because when we worked together, we still hung out, and we were still ourselves. But when we first started, they didn't want to put us on a route together, because I don't know why, but one day they decided to put us on a route together.
Man, we had fun.
We had a good time riding together, because we kept each other laughing, and we kept those kids smiling and laughing too. If y'all would have been around us back in those times, y'all side would have been hurting, and I guarantee you, y'all probably would have had an accident. Y'all probably would have leaked on y'all self. That's how much of a good time me and Bernard we did have back in the day. But I never forget. I never forget this. Okay, in 1989, the year that San Francisco played Cincinnati in the Super Bowl. And we betted $20 a piece. Cincinnati would win, and in the first half, and off until the fourth quarter. And Bernard was like, "You sure you don't?" I said, "Oh, no." So when San Francisco came back and won the game, I called Bernard, and I was like, "I told you San Francisco was going to win. I want my $20 when you walk in that door at work." So yeah, he paid it, but I felt bad because I knew he was sick about them $20. Hell, I would be too. You know what I'm saying?
Talk to me. Say something.
But I'm finna tell you something else that's real for real, though. Now, I never forget when the next year, when San Francisco played Denver in the Super Bowl, guess what? That year, Bernard was smart enough to bet with me and not against me. And it was this lady, God bless her soul too. She called herself bet me, talking about $10, talking about Denver was gonna win the Super Bowl. I said, okay, that's you believe that if you want to. But I said that's gonna be the easiest $10 I'm gonna make. True enough, it was. San Francisco blew Denver out 55-10. Oh, yes, they did. And like I said, when the sister paid me, she gave me 20 instead of 10. You know what I did with the other half? I gave it to Bernard. Why? Because not only he my buddy, but if I won, he won. So I told, and plus I let him know too. I felt bad because I felt bad about him being sick about them $20 he had to cough up the year before that. You know what I'm saying? But it's all good. I made it right, and I made it even. So shoot. It is what it is, but that lets you know right there. That's loyalty.
Talk to me. Say something.
Run a power move on them.
That's loyalty right there. But anyway, and then a couple of months, and like 2 weeks before my oldest was born, I had lost my job at the Fraser Center, Reach Incorporated, because they found out I was diagnosed with epileptic seizures, and they felt that that was a dangerous risk for me to take because I'm not supposed to drive when you're not supposed to drive when you have seizures. Yes, that is true, but I'm gonna be honest with you. It was heartbroken. It hurted at first, but it wasn't like they gave me the boot. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't like they just cut me off completely. The good part about it, not only they helped me receive my unemployment, but they also were a great referral for me to get disability. That wasn't nobody but God. A lot of people I told Bernard, a lot of people told me I should have sued them. But guess what? Sometimes in life, it ain't always about the money. It's really not. But I can't say this, though. I say that too because they were nice. Well, I guess it is too, because they were nice enough to help me get my disability started. Somebody told me that was guilt. Well, whether it was guilt or not, I thank God. I appreciate the referrals and the help.
Talk to me. Say something.
You know what I'm saying? So just to let y'all know, it ain't nothing wrong with getting help when you need it. And like I said, in life, sometimes it's not always about the money. I mean, because guess what? Let me tell you, it's more about the blessings.
Talk to me. Say something.
But I'm going to say this right here, too. Now, like I said, getting back to them crazy times me and Bernard had when we were younger. How about one time we called this dude, one name was actually Michael Jackson. And this gonna really trip you out. Excuse me, y'all. This gonna really trip you out. We called this man named Michael Jackson. I mean, the way he answered the phone, he sounded like a dumbass. And I'm telling it like it is. He sounded like a dumbass. So me and Bernard called him. He answered the phone. He was like, hello. I was like, can I speak to Michael Jackson? Dude. I said, hey man, when you gonna come out with your next album? Who is this? Next thing you know, me and Bernard was on the floor crying, laughing. I mean, we were cracking. I said, how dumb can a motherfucker get? I mean, it took him a minute. He had to really think when we asked him that. But the way got it, when he was like, now that's what really got it right there, because that made him sound like a dumbass. And then when he called on, he was like, he was like, who is this? That's what made me and Bernard crack the fuck up. And how about we called this man named Jimmy Carter? And I was like, can I speak to Jimmy Carter? He's not in. Would you like to leave a message? I said, oh, by the way, does he still suck peanuts? And me and Bernard cracked up. But I'll never forget the time. I'll never forget a friend of ours, both of ours. She had told me about the time we had called. She was trying to get me to get somebody. So she had me to ask to speak. I think his name was, I can't think of that. I think it was Ralph Dixon. So when I called, I said, can I speak to Ralph Dixon? She was like, who? I said, Ralph Dixon. She said, you got the wrong number. I said, what's your answer for? Oh Lord, excuse me, y'all. And when I said that and hung up, the friend I was telling about who we knew, and her friend, they were actually cracking up. They say they weren't expecting that to happen. And they were cracking up. And then the next day, Bernard called me. I answered the phone. I said, hello. He said, what you answer for? He was like, I ain't gonna say the girl name because it don't make a difference. She gone anyway. But she told him that about what had happened. And when he said he busted out laughing. Excuse me. He busted out laughing. And he said, the first thing that came out of his mouth when he was laughing, he was like, there's Carlos for you. That sounds just like something he'll do. But Bernard, if you're watching this, just to let you know where I got that what you answer for from. I got that from my oldest brother when we were young. He called this lady. I forgot who he asked for. But the lady told me he had the wrong number. He was like, what's your answer for? That's where I got it from. But that was funny. And do you remember, Bernard, you remember this right here? Hello, this is the Western Union. Is the head of the house there? Speaking. Could you get a pen? Could you get a pad and a pen? I have a message. Okay, where did he go? I ain't gonna say that last part, but I remember when Bernard heard me, he hollered. I mean, cause the first time I actually did that, this was before I met Bernard. I was in elementary school, but like I say, just to let y'all know, it ain't about the length of time of the friendship. It's all about loyalty. That is true. But anyway, and I'm gonna say this too. I remember when Bernard when he first got married. You know, I believed him. Got fitted for the tux and everything. So yes, I was in his wedding, and his sister, God bless her, I miss her too. I remember she coordinated a beautiful wedding. I mean, that was a beautiful wedding. I mean, it was nice. I mean, everybody was on one accord. And you know, like I said, I ain't gonna, but no, I don't know if I ever told you this. I don't know if you know, but I got a little teary-eyed at your wedding, man. I want to try and let y'all see it, but yeah. Well, hell, you probably already do know, cause when Pastor Sailor said y'all name after you saluted your bride, when he said, "Ladies and gentlemen, I now present," he said your whole name. I was like, "Oh my Jesus!" Yeah, you know I was crying for real. But I'm gonna say this too. The first time I got married, when I got married in 2005, I called Bernard and Joanna, and when I told them that I got married, Joanna was like, "Carlos, you didn't get married." I was like, "How you gonna tell me I didn't get married?" "Yes, I did." And she said, "Where's your mother?" And I said, "You want to speak to her? I'm gonna give you the phone." So when I gave my mama the phone, but no, I forgot. I had forgot to put them on speakerphone. But anyway, Bernard, and then that's when Metro phones first came out. Yeah, I had one of them first Metro phones. Yes, I did. But anyway, we called. Okay, my mom and Bernard and Joe was on the phone. Bernard was like, "I heard there was a rumor Carlos got married." My mama said, "No, it's not a rumor. It's a fact. He told me he was gonna do it." And she said, if you know him as long as you say you have, you know how he is. If he say he gonna do something, he gonna do it. But no, I was like, "Sure will." But he let me know he was proud of me, and he told me not only congratulations, but he let me know that he was proud of me as well, because he said, "I showed the world that your word should be bond."
Talk to me. Say something.
But I hated it, the fact, but it is what it is. But I was more relieved when I got my divorce, because believe me, if I didn't get out like I did, I probably would have been in prison right now for murder. That's how bad it was. But hey, at least I'm not in, at least I'm here. At least I'm here on this podcast telling y'all about this now. And that's on the real, for real.
Talk to me. Say something.
I mean, I went through the storm, and Bernard remember when I went to the storm. But Bernard, I'm going to tell you this too, man. I thank the Lord for those 5 years of hiatuses I had to really focus and get myself together. Because I said I wasn't going to be bothered with nobody else unless God permit. And you saw I kept my word. And God did permit. And just like I told a cousin of mine, I don't know if you saw that episode, Bernard, but when I shared that with her, I told her, the secret of that is I waited on the Lord. And she looked at her other behalf, her wife, and she was like, "He telling the truth. He waited on the Lord." And I'm going to say this, and Bernard, you know, and I know, when you wait on the Lord, the rest will follow. And what they say, you just trust and believe. And if you ask, you shall receive. And whatever you want, God's got it. Now, you know that, and I know. And I'm going to say this too, while this on my mind. I remember the first time when I gave my life to the Lord on my own free will. The first time me and Canada the baptism. I remember Bernard came to my baptism. But Bernard, what you didn't know, when I got ready, before I got ready to walk to the water, I stuck my toe in there, and I was like, "You didn't hear me." I was like, "You getting in there?" So I got in there anyway. You remember when I got in there and they baptized me, because you know that was my first time ever getting baptized. But I'm going to say this, it was a good feeling, and I had no regrets about it either. But like I said, you were there when I gave my life to the Lord on my own free will for the first time. And I appreciate you being there when I rededicated back in 2002. Yeah. Because what a lot of people didn't know it. When I rededicated in 2002, You remember I used to have seizures real bad. And after I rededicated, guess what? Wait, I'm gonna say it.
I haven't had one since.
Ain't that good news? Man, ain't that news? Ain't that good news, Bernard? Yeah, that one nobody but the Lord. And and that's what I always see. That's what I always say too. We don't have to trust man or woman. All we have to do is trust God.
Talk to me. Say something.
No one can do it better.
And there is no failure in God. And y'all know that, I know that, and hell, everybody should know that. I mean, a lot of people, they know, but they won't acknowledge, and them people like that, they just don't care. But hey, people gonna be people. People gonna do what they want to do. People gonna say what they want to say, and people gonna be what they want to be. But I'm gonna say this. We don't live in glass houses, so there's no need for throwing stones, because after it's all said and done, we are all grown.
Talk to me. Say something.
And we grown enough to make our own choices and decisions. So people can tell us what we can and what we can't, or what we need and don't need to do all day and all night long. It's up to us if we want to listen or take heed.
Talk to me. Say something.
And that's on the real, for real. Because on the serious note, like I said, like I always been told, we don't live in glass houses, so there's no need for us throwing stones. And on top of that too, we need to be more concerned about our well-being instead of, and look, and then on top of that too, don't mind your own business. And that's the thing about some people. They were always running over, they always meddling and dipping and dabbing and don't want to know what's happening. And they can't even keep their house in order. And that's on the real.
Talk to me. Say something.
But you know, like me and Bernard always say, now that we older, and we should be a whole lot wiser, we got to think before we act out and before we talk, because check this out. We not trying to be in situations that we can't get out of. Life too short for all that. And plus, we a lot older and we a lot wiser, and we should know better. And like I said, Bernard, we got to be leaders. We gotta let them young fools know what time it is. We gotta be leaders by example. And check this out, I'm gonna say this too. We gotta let them know that all that what they be doing out there, like smoking and parlaying and putting everything before God, putting everything before their main priorities. That's not how it's gonna work. But I always remember too, and I always say this, before we were considered old heads, once upon a time, we were some damn fools too. And that's on the real.
Talk to me. Say something.
Just like we had to learn, they got to learn as well. Whether it's the hard way or the easy way. But to be honest with you, there's no such thing really as the easy way. Because if it's easy, it won't be worth it. But if it's hard, it's all the worth in the world.
Talk to me. Say something.
But like I said, but I'm gonna say this again. It won't. If it's easy, too easy, they'll let you know right there. To me, it's not good. No. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, boys and girls, my session is up for right now. But hopefully, if God's willing, I might be back a little later on to do another show. But I want to thank everybody who took the time to view, tune in, check out, and watch the Carlos Stargell Show, a channel where you can just be yourself, vent, and speak your mind so freely and expeditiously, all at the same time. And remember, there's a right way and a wrong way and say and do any and everything. And it's not what you say, it's how it's said. And I want to thank all the subscribers. And if those who haven't subscribed, if you find it in your heart and you feel it in the depths of your
So,
please hit the like or the subscription bell.
I sure would appreciate it.
And also too, I also do live on one live video live streaming from Zoom. So if there's anybody who like to join or want to join, if you got my number, text me or call me and let me know in advance so I can find that way to make the schedule for you. But a lot of y'all, if y'all know I'm on Facebook, so please hit me on the messenger and let me know if you like to go live or no. But if you do, I'll be glad to have you. But let me know in advance. But I want to thank everybody for taking the time to tune in, check out, and watch the Carlos Stargell Show with your host, that bona fide G, me, certified true, Atlanta-born, official North Carolinian, Carlos Stargell.
The last.
Because when they made me, they broke the mold. So until the next time, God bless you. I love you. Y'all be good. Y'all take care of yourselves and each other. And by all means,
Please behave yourselves. Stop the violence. Increase the peace. And eliminate the hate.
so until the next time, peace. 2 fingers. I'm out here like last year. Later when you're straighter. All right.